You're listening to the ESO Network, your station for all things geek.
Greetings and welcome to episode 11D1 of the Soul Forge podcast.
Welcome to the Soul Forge, a place of silent mystery, quiet contemplation, and outright mayhem. Join your host, Shawn Vanderloo, as he guides you through the adventures of living. Together, we'll talk about life and love, sex and dating, joy and heartache, memories and loss, and so much more. Don't worry, it's not nearly as pretentious as it sounds. Get ready for life, the universe, and everything on the Soul Forge.
Hey folks, it's Shawn back at you with another exciting episode of Soul Forge podcast. Have we got a treat for you today? Special guest? Who do we have here?
Cheryl.
And who the heck are you?
I guess a friend of yours now.
Oh, you started as a friend, but became much more than that, didn't you?
Yes.
Yes. So this is the much anticipated Cheryl episode. I've mentioned you on several episodes before. Richard from Australia actually said, I would like to know more about this Cheryl person. Haven't heard about her in a while. So I thought, you know what? Now is a good time. Let's go ahead. Let's do an episode. We've had quite the journey over the last 4 years.
Yeah, we have.
So you ready to talk about it?
Yes.
All right. Well, that's good. Let's get right into it. You okay? You're poking around with your eye there.
I have something in my eye.
Oh, tears?
No.
Tears of joy for being on the Soul Forge?
No, I think it's an eyelash.
Oh, that'll do it. Okay. So when did we meet? Approximately what, 2004?
About that.
Started working at the call center together?
About that, yeah.
Yeah, somewhere around there, roughly.
Mm-hmm.
I've been here in Timmins since 2003, and so I was there till 2006. Yeah, so let's say 2004 because
Yeah.
who knows? You don't remember when you meet people half the time.
Mm-hmm.
So we were on the same team, doing the same call center job, being a bunch of phone minions, phone jockeys,
Yeah.
answering the calls, fixing people's phones. Lots of fun.
Not really.
Hated it.
Yes.
Yes. But we would often sit together
Mm-hmm.
because we were on the same team, working the same shift, the same time, had the same supervisor, and I found you absolutely hilarious. Why was that?
I have no idea.
You don't?
No.
I think you might.
No.
Is it because after you would get off a call with a particularly trying customer, you would yell and throw things and
I wouldn't yell.
carry on? Well, you'd be frustrated.
Yes.
Yeah. It was hilarious, and it made me, I don't know what it made me. It made me amused, I guess. So I would sit beside you often. And then throughout the years, we would often get together. I was with Trish, you were with Ron. We'd get together for birthdays, barbecues, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good times. And the years passed. We both got other jobs. Then what happened? How did we reconnect?
You were delivering mail at an apartment building that I was going in to see a client at.
Yes, and you asked me how it was going.
Yeah, that was can of worms.
So I told you.
Yep.
I guess I just kind of unloaded.
Big time.
Right. I was looking for a new place to live since my marriage had fallen apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I said, hey, can I sleep on your couch?
Yeah, no.
Why did you say no?
Well, because I had recently moved in here. I was starting renovations. Everything was all over the place. And you hadn't seen Rebecca in... Well, how long were you with Bridget? 3?
3-ish years.
3 years?
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah, so Rebecca really hadn't seen you in 3-4 years. So she wouldn't... It would have just been... No.
Not good.
No.
No. But you told me about this area of town where you lived.
Mm-hmm.
You said the houses were cheaper and the area in the neighborhood was quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I hadn't thought about buying a house in that area. So I bought a little place, about a 2-minute drive away, just down the road, 10-15-minute walk away.
20.
That's what you tell me.
That's what it is.
Okay.
I've walked it.
I don't think I have. So, okay. So a 20-minute walk, a 2-minute drive.
Yep.
Not bad. And then we started hanging out randomly.
Mm-hmm.
You needed help with your renovations.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I needed to reestablish my, what would you call it, independence, my life, a new routine. Since I wasn't married anymore, I had a new place to live, a new neighborhood, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd known each other for years, and just down the street, why don't we go play mini putt? And what else did we do? Go to the fireworks together?
I think that came the following year.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, I don't remember.
You went with Corinne that year.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yes.
Yes, but we saw you there.
Yeah.
That's true. That's what it was. Yes, you're right. Okay. So then we would hang out. We would get together for drinks. Mm-hmm. And I would tell you about my life, who I had gone out on a date with that particular day or that particular week or what had happened.
Who your flavor of the week was.
Really? Would you put it that way?
Kinda.
Well, I was in a bit of a tailspin after the whole Bridget thing, so I was looking for that feeling again. And I shouldn't have been, obviously, because I was not ready at all.
Well, you'll never find it again anyways.
Well, no, because each coupling is unique in its own way.
That's right.
Yes. So, yeah, but I didn't realize that at the time. So then I was telling you all about this stuff. I think it was the August long weekend. And I said, yeah, there was this one girl that I went on a date with. Not getting any readings from her. Can't even tell if she likes me or what her feelings are. And I said, I just can't tell in general.
And I said, then she probably doesn't like you.
Yeah, probably, as it turns out. And I said something about, yeah, I can't tell. I couldn't even tell if you liked me in that way or whatever. And just, it was a throwaway comment and we'd been drinking, whatever.
No, we were having tea that morning.
Was it tea that morning?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was one of the nights.
We only had drinks once.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's a different occasion. Mm-hmm. Ah, okay. Well, see, you have a better memory than I do.
Yeah, I do.
Good thing. Mm-hmm. All right. So, yeah, I said, I can't even tell if you like me. And the next morning, you sent me a text saying, I like you. And I said, oh, really? Well, that's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, do what you want with that info.
So I did.
Mm-hmm.
And we entered into, what would you call it? What kind of situation? Well, first it was, you said you needed a snuggle buddy because your house was cold.
No, I had just said it was cold that night.
Oh, and I probably asked if you needed somebody to warm you up.
Yes, you did.
I was probably practicing my flirting skills, wasn't I?
Probably. How'd that pan out?
Quite interestingly, I would imagine, since we've got a 4-year saga to talk about now.
You would imagine you were there.
I was there.
You don't need to imagine.
No, you're right, I don't. Mm-hmm. Yes, so we became snuggle buddies at first. It was pretty, well, I wouldn't say innocent, because obviously it wasn't. But, yeah, we hung out. I guess I thought of it more as a kind of a friends with benefits kind of thing, because I knew by that point that I wasn't ready for any kind of serious relationship, even though I was still searching for one, subconsciously. And I warned you. I said, Cheryl, stay away from me. You're going to regret it. But you didn't stay away.
No.
How come?
I said we would take it slow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And did we?
I don't think you did.
No? Why is that?
Because you would try to push forward very quickly.
I do have a tendency to do that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
That's true. And I guess when things were getting good, I got scared. And I was like, oh boy.
Yep.
So then I would have to see if there was somebody else who would give me that Bridget feeling.
That's right. And you would find somebody else and then off you'd go.
Yeah, to see what was what.
No warning, no nothing.
I suppose so.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wasn't so good at communicating my intentions or needs, I guess. Would you?
Not one bit.
Not one bit?
No.
Yeah, that's how you describe it?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, that happened, 2 or 3 times over, 2 years? 2.5?
Yep.
And then finally because this had started August 2015, and so by August of 2017, I guess we decided, well, you know what, let's give this an honest shot. Mm-hmm. Sounds about right? Timeline-wise?
Yep.
So we made it official somewhere in July or August of 2017. Mm-hmm. And then you know what happened? We listened to a promo for another podcast here on the ESO network.
Yes.
Howdy. This year, the Earth Station 1 podcast will experience its favorite Geek Out moment with episode number 500.
That's over 9 years of nerdy pop culture reviews, interviews, and con reports.
Join the celebration with Mike and Mike each week on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite media player.
We can also be found all over social media or at esonetwork.com. Peace.
And we're done.
And after listening to that promo, what happened? It was the end of summer 2017.
Yeah.
We talked about building life together. Let's give this an honest go. Enough messing around. Let's see what these feelings actually are, if we can really see what's happening. So we talked about moving in together.
Yes.
We went over it for quite a while, a few months anyway.
Yeah, because I was very leery about it.
Well, sure, because I guess before we decided to make it official, I was pretty wishy-washy about the whole thing.
Always.
Yeah, like I don't know, but by that point I was like, yeah, okay, I think this is a thing, we can do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so were we going to move into my house, or were we going to move into your house? My house had a driveway, a big yard, a garage.
Very small bedrooms, though.
Yes, true enough.
Mm-hmm.
And your place cost half as much to run.
Right, and we still had the big backyard.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just didn't have a driveway. We had on-street parking in this area.
Right.
And no garage.
Right.
We went back and forth for a while, but finally by November we decided, you know what, let's move into your place and we'll sell mine and we'll live this life and see what happens.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So what did I do? Was it Christmas time that I got you that ring? Or was it your birthday?
Initially it was Christmas.
Right, yes. I went to...
We had issues.
Yes, the ring, I got it from Charm, and it said, what did it say? That it was supposed to be gold, but it was silver?
It was supposed to be
White
gold.
Right.
But it was stamped 925, which is sterling silver.
Right, and you reacted to it.
Yes. And even when we went in, she still insisted it was white gold, despite it being stamped and the receipt stating it was sterling silver.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we returned it,
Yes.
and I bought you a cheap ring from Wish, just to
Yeah.
replace it, because we weren't going to go back to Charm.
That's right.
And then I got you a nice ring. Was it for your birthday or was it Valentine's Day?
My birthday.
Your birthday, which is...
That was a total surprise.
It was, eh?
Yeah, because I was perfectly fine with the cheap ring you had bought.
It can be romantic.
I didn't need anything fancy.
Surprise.
Yes.
Yes.
Very.
Mm-hmm. It was a nice ring, too.
Yes. And why did you pick that ring?
Why did I pick that ring?
You don't remember?
Because it looked like the headband from Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
And you'll have to remind me. I have a bad memory, remember? What was the other reason?
What did you put in the birthday card? Because it reminded you of your Wonder Woman.
Oh, boy. Captain Cheesy over here, eh?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I can be romantical and cheesy.
It was sweet, though.
I did what I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, so things were going pretty well, I think.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
And then after that, we put my house up for sale.
Yes, that's right, because we were going to start saving money for a nice fancy trip and a bigger, better house that would suit both of us that we would have bought together.
Right.
Yes, so it wouldn't be your house, it wouldn't be my house, it would be our place.
Yes. And when we decided to make that step, that's when outside influences started on both of us, but I didn't let them get to me, but you let them get to you.
Yes. So there was that, and then we experienced several deaths in our families, and that's always hard.
Yeah.
And yeah, communication breakdown and people influencing us, telling us different things that we later found out not to be true.
Oh, I knew they weren't true.
Okay.
But you didn't believe me.
Well,
You believed what everybody else told you.
I suppose that's what happened. But there were good times though we had before all the negative stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the time we took a trip down south and visited your uncle,
Yeah.
and I flooded his bathroom,
Yeah.
and it leaked onto the family pictures in the storage area underneath.
2 floors underneath.
2 floors underneath, yep. So that was fun. I never went back.
Nope.
So that was fun. And where else did we go? We went.
We went to Frank's one weekend.
That's right.
A
And
September long weekend.
yeah, and Gales in North
Yeah.
Bay, and we went on all kinds of road trips. Sudbury,
Went
North
to
Bay.
the zoo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you met the family.
Yeah.
You met my dad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robin came up once or twice to stay with us.
With Trinity.
Yeah, his daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had all kinds of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we did. But the negative influences took their toll.
They overtook you.
Yes, they did. Should have known better.
Definitely, especially who it was coming from.
Well, that's true.
That's why I knew better.
Right. But you know those people better than I did, so. And I have this thing where I always think everybody has my best interests in mind. And they never do. Why I haven't realized that, or don't realize that at the time, I don't know. That's one of my things I'm working on.
But when they actually do have your best interests, you don't listen to them.
So, despite the negative influences that we endured, we still had some good times.
Definitely.
And we had romantic gestures that we did for each other.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. For example, I just happened to have it here with me because reasons. What was this for again? Was it?
Valentine's
It was for
Day.
Valentine's Day. So you cut out a bunch of hearts on different colored paper, and we each wrote down a bunch of things that we liked about each other.
Right.
Yes. So this is what I wrote about you. I don't know where the hearts that you gave me happened to be, but so reasons why. I'll just read some of them here. Your humor, your kindness, your touch, your thoughtfulness, your ability to see what I'm not saying. Oh boy. Your patience. You've got a lot of that. You've had to, I guess.
I need more than a ton of patience with you.
Sometimes, eh?
Yes.
How about your insights? The surprises you make me? The way you look at me? Your butt? Your ability to talk through things? Your understanding and your caring nature. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What were some of the things that you wrote about me? You remember any of those?
No.
Can you remember what they might have been? Or has there been too much crap under the bridge to remember what was good? Yes, no, maybe? Am I putting you on the spot?
Kinda.
Kind of on the spot?
Yeah.
That truck going by is...
Very loud.
Mm-hmm.
I know your smile was one of them.
Yeah.
I don't know what else.
Okay.
I really don't.
I had a good smile, but the rest was crap.
It was... No, the rest wasn't crap.
No?
No.
Oh, okay. The way I make you feel. Is that what you're laughing about?
Sure.
Okay, we'll go with that. All right. So, yeah, we had a good sex life is what you're saying. We can talk about that on Soul Forge. It's okay. Don't give me that look. It's all good.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that's right. So, despite the good sex life and everything on those hearts that I wrote down, the negative influences got to be too much. And so I decided to look for another house. And I moved out in September of 2018.
Which was a huge surprise for me.
Well, we had mentioned it several times throughout the summer. I did.
Yes.
And you told me, if you bring that up one more time, I'm going to punch you in the mouth. So I never brought it up again.
Because you were throwing it in my face.
Well, maybe.
Yes.
But anyways. So I got a place. Moved out at the end of September.
Surprised me when I came home from work.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
And not a good surprise?
No.
No, probably not.
No.
Yeah.
And my house was still on the market while you were doing it.
It was.
But we still stayed together after you moved out.
Yeah, for another month or so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then...
You had somebody else.
Not really. I don't think so. Somebody I was hanging out with, but...
Every single day, all day long, when you weren't at work. And I quote, "She is my Bridget and Trish in one."
Yeah. You know I didn't mean
How'd that
it.
turn out?
You know I didn't mean it.
How'd that turn out?
Not so good.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I just said that because...
And then what happened?
I don't remember what happened.
You reached out to me again.
Oh, yeah.
After about a month
Right.
of not talking because I was so mad at you.
Yes, because I had pushed you away by telling you that this girl was my Bridget Trish combo.
Yes.
Yeah. But she wasn't.
Oh, I knew that because I know of her.
Right, yes, we all do. But it was just something
Yes.
that I had said because the frustration level was high for some reason. Too much stress, too much crap going on. So,
Well, and that's why you shouldn't
involve
jump into another relationship until you have settled it.
True enough. Which is something that I've learned.
Yes.
Good for me.
So when things didn't work out with her,
Yeah.
you reached back out to me.
I did.
So why do you keep coming back?
Why do I? I don't know. That's the question, right?
And what was your answer?
Well, because you're like that permanent rock who I can always rely on, right? Based on the look that you're giving me, there's more that you want to say. So go ahead.
They're your words.
But you remember words better than I do. So what did I say?
Why can't you just say it?
I don't know.
They're your words, Shawn.
Yeah. Something about how those feelings are always there. And we keep returning again and again.
You keep returning.
Oh, it's me.
Yes.
And you keep taking me back. How come? Because those feelings are strong?
I guess so.
You're strong with the force.
And what's this connection you always talk about?
Yeah. What is that connection? Something deep and underlying the whole thing, eh? No matter what happens, we always have that connection of some kind. So where will the story go next? Who can say? Can you say? You don't know.
No idea.
You're just giving me that roll your eyes look that you are so famous for.
Yeah, well, going through so much,
Well, we've been through a lot.
it's hard to... What's the word? It's hard to know anymore.
It is, yeah. There's been a lot of ups and downs and what have yous.
Yep.
So yeah, this is just a brief outline of our history. But it's been a fun adventure, wouldn't you say?
It's been an adventure, yes.
Yes. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you describe what we've been through in this saga?
I would say it's definitely a 10 for adventure.
Learned a lot, experienced quite a few things,
Probably a lot of things I didn't want to.
probably. Laughter, tears, all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here we are. And we can still communicate, which is awesome. And it's all about communication, isn't it? Even if, yes, I know with that look, you think that I still have a ways to go.
Well, you do. You can't learn to communicate overnight.
That's true.
It's always a work in progress.
It is. It is. And I think we've both learned a lot about ourselves in these last few years.
I would say so.
Anything else we should tell the listeners? Or anything else that you wanted to say? I think that's pretty much it, eh?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. So good times, bad times, and through it all, we've managed to communicate to various degrees.
Attempt to communicate.
Attempt to communicate to various degrees.
Yes.
That's right. But adventure-wise, 10 out of 10. So that's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for being on the show, helping me tell your story.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. So listeners, if you have any further questions or more details are needed, you can always email the show, soulforgepodcast@gmail.com. Don't forget to leave a 5-star review in the iTunes store. Tell your friends about the podcast. Join the Facebook page and all that other fun stuff that you'll hear in the end credits. soulforgepodcast.com. So until next time, take care, and remember, the secret to change is to focus all of your energy, not on fighting the old, but on building the new. This has been another episode of the Soulforge Podcast. Find us on Twitter @SoulforgePod or email the show via soulforgepodcast@gmail.com. Soulforge is a production of Shawn Vanderloo and Friends. You can find Shawn on Twitter and Instagram @DarthVaderloo. Remember to visit soulforgepodcast.com for all of our social media links and share the show with everyone you know. Thanks for stopping by the Forge. We'll keep the fires lit until your next visit.
This has been a broadcast of the ESO Network. Be part of the crew and help support our shows by donating to our ESO Patreon or by shopping through Amazon.com or the TeePublic store, which can all be found at www.esonetwork.com. The ESO Network, your station for all things geek.